Hi, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. Thank you for taking time to be with us tonight for tonight's Health Talk. Hi, Rosie. Good evening to you. Adeline. Hi, Andrew. Good evening. Jenny. Hey, good evening to you. All right. So my name is Beth, and I am one of the care leaders here in 365 Cancer Prevention Society. I will be your host for tonight. All right. So before tonight's talk begin proper, I'll just share about tonight's itinerary first, so we all know what we're getting into. So we'll begin the day by having a main talk by Hui Shan. All right. The topic is on nutrition and immunity. Thereafter, we'll be having a sharing by one of our cancer warriors, Madam Teo Hui Ling. Okay. So we'll also have a Q&A at the end of the session. So throughout the talk, please note down all your questions. Maybe you're listening through the talk, you have some questions here and there. Note it down. Okay. And then when we open up to the floor later, do check in with us. And I'll do a little closing, and I'll share about next month's Facebook Live as well. Okay, so moving on, I'll be showing on the screen some social media pages. So please follow and like us there, share with your friends and family. All right, this simple act can actually help us generate more awareness so we can reach out to help more cancer patients as well. Okay, so on tonight's disclaimer. So kindly note that all information shared at this event by the speaker and 365 Cancer Prevention Society are for general information only, and they are subjected to changes. Do consult your doctor for personalized and detailed medical advice. Thank you. So without further ado, let us now invite Hui Ling up to share her testimony.
Thank you, Beth.
Hey, hi, good evening, Hui Ling. I'll now pass the time to you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, good evening, friends. I'm Hui Ling, almost 68 years old. In 2006, I was diagnosed with primary peritoneal carcinoma, a rather rare form of cancer. This is the cancer of the internal lining of the stomach. In early 2006, I experienced a sudden increase in weight. When I woke up in the morning, my tummy looked bigger and felt bigger. Something was definitely not right. Fluid was extracted from my abdominal region and 6 liters of fluid was removed. This is equals to 4 bottles of 1.5 liters of Coca-Cola. Suddenly, I became lighter. Diagnosis of the fluid shows cancer cells. Definitely, I needed surgery. At that point in time, I was rather calm. I thought it was a good time for me to have a rest, as I was rather stressed with my work. Moreover, I have many friends and colleagues who had survived cancer and are well now. However, there were difficult moments too. After surgery and chemotherapy, I doubted my ability to function as a wife, a mother, an educator. I lost confidence in myself. With the help of supportive family, understanding principal and colleagues, and professional help from professional counselors, I slowly but surely became my old self again, a confident, bubbly, and happy person. When I was down, I always recall what my surgeon said. You are young and you are young and sure to survive. And I will always remember his words. I also had the support of my family and friends who had survived cancer. During the 6 months of hospitalization leave, I had lots of time to reflect on my lifestyle. I realized no one is indispensable. I was not in school. Somebody else took over my job. The school went on as per normal. I decided to go slower. That is to spend more time with my family and friends. However, I continue working, but with reduced responsibility. I have heard about 365 CPS a long time ago. However, I was too busy working. Now that I've retired, I only retired in March this year, I joined in the activities. I enjoy the art in Chinese painting. Let me show you something. Look at this, right? This is a lotus which I drew, and I completed this acrylic painting. Wait, this is better. I completed this acrylic painting in 2 sessions, 2 hours each, under the supervision of a teacher. I feel proud of myself. I never knew I could draw. Maybe I have hidden talents. Who knows? Chinese painting. Let me show you what I have done. Look. This is a panda I have drawn. I even drew the rocks, the panda, the mother panda, and the baby panda, and the sky. And the teacher is so patient. He knows I do not understand Mandarin, so he translates into English for me. So not only did I learn Chinese painting, I also learned Mandarin. My friends who were there were very patient, and sometimes they laughed at my mispronunciation. Okay, so it was fun. And the Chinese calligraphy teacher or the Chinese painting teacher said to me, I have 30 years of experience. You only have 3 hours. How do you expect your panda to look like mine? When I realized that, I happily drew my panda. And to me, they are still my panda. Okay? Now, the other exercises which I join in Zumba and fall prevention, I enjoy them because I enjoy moving around. And not only that, the course mates became my friends. We learn together, we admire each other's masterpieces, and we encourage each other. All these would not be possible without the volunteers and donors. I would like to express my gratitude to the many volunteers and donors who make all these activities and programs available to all of us. A big thank you to you. I must not forget the staff of 365 CPS. They are a cheerful lot, always willing to help us. I wish I could give each of them a hug, but with these COVID restrictions, definitely we will all get into trouble. Cancer patients and survivor. I'm one of them. Stay positive. Our mind is a very powerful organ. Cancer is just a phase of your life. It will pass. Continue living your dreams. Take action to make your dreams come true. Every journey starts with a single step, one step at a time. Join cancer support groups. Join 365 CPS. Remember, you're not alone in this battle. We are in it together. Thank you for listening to me. Now I shall pass the time to Beth. Beth?
Hi, thank you, Hui Ling, for sharing. Wow, what an inspiring story. And do you guys see those drawings of the lotus and the panda? Wow, they are really beautiful. So we do hope that Hui Ling continue to invest her interest and her time in those activities. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of that. It is really admirable that she ventured out of her comfort zone to try all these new activities. We hope that her story will inspire those of you who are listening tonight so you can come forward and share your story with us as well. Alright, so on to the next section. I will now do a little introduction on tonight's speaker. She's our dietitian, Hui Shan, and she has a bachelor in health science with honors from USM. She is also a full member of the Singapore Nutrition and the Dietetics Association. Tonight's topic is on nutrition and immunity. Let us put our hands together to welcome Hui Shan.
Hi, Beth.
Hey, hi, Hui Shan. Good evening to you. All right, over to you right now.
Thank you, Beth. All right, a very good evening, everyone. I'm Hui Shan from 365 Cancer Prevention Society. Today, I'm going to share with you the title, How to Build Your Immunity with Nutrition. So we will start with an introduction, then we'll look into, is there any specific diet for immunity, essential nutrients for immunity, and the topic about cancer patient with low immunity, neutropenic diet, and lastly will be myth about COVID-19 and nutrition. So first of all, we have to know, how does immunity work? Our immune system is like our Ministry of Defense in our body. It is the bedrock of our body defense against infections and diseases. So there are two types of immunity in our body, the innate immunity and adaptive immunity. Innate immunity is a first-line defense for pathogens that try to enter our bodies. It includes all protective barriers in our body, for example, our skin, mucus in our nose, stomach acid, enzyme in our sweat and tears, and also some immune cells such as leukocytes that attack foreign incomers. Innate immunity act as our frontline defenders general response to those antigens like our army. Now, adaptive immunity can be described as our special operation task force, where they respond to specific antigens. Adaptive or acquired immunity is a system that learns to recognize a pathogen. It is regulated by cell and organ like our spleen, our thymus, our bone marrow, and lymph nodes. The immune system sends immune cells to attack and also destroy the pathogen. After that, they recognize and adapt by remembering the foreign substance so that if they enters again, these antibodies and cells can act quickly and more efficient to destroy them. So those immune cells are cytotoxic T cell, helper T cell, and also B cell. So there are some other conditions that triggers immune response in our body or even immunity disorder. First of all will be antigens such as our allergens. Antigens are substances that body recognize it as foreign and harmful substances. It triggers immune cell activity. So the allergens such as your pollen, dust, food components, and also pet hair causes immune system response. Next will be inflammation. When immune cell counterattack the foreign pathogen, it releases the protein called histamines, which cause inflammation. This situation triggers more white blood cells to fight against pathogen. However, prolonged inflammation can lead to tissue damage and also overwhelm our immune system. Number 3 will be autoimmune disorder like lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, type 1 diabetes, are those disorders that immune system attack those healthy cells. Immunodeficiency disorder refers to complete shutdown of immune system. For example, those people having AIDS or cancer with leukemia, those having this shutdown of immune system. There are some factors that can depress our immune system as well. First will be poor diet. Malnutrition or diet lack in one or more nutrients can impair the production of activity of immune cells in our body. Obesity is another factor where it poses a low-grade chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation might affect immunity. Chronic diseases such as autoimmune disease, immunodeficiency disorder may disable immune cell activity. When a person experiencing chronic mental stress may have a higher level of stress hormone like cortisol, and it may suppress and also and stop our activity of white blood cell. Environmental toxins such as smoke, air pollutant, or excessive alcohol can also impair or suppress our normal activity of immune cells. Lack of sleep and rest causes body to have a lower amount of immune cell. And as we age, our immune-related organs, such as our bone marrow, produce less immune cells that we needed for fighting off infection. So now, the question is there specific diet or food for immunity? How can we improve our immunity through our So as we know that poor diet or malnutrition status impair the production and activity of immune cells and antibodies. Therefore, a healthy complete diet is crucial and essential to help us in building up our immunity. We need a variety of food, which include every food group that provide abundance of nutrients for our body. There's no specific food or nutrient that has been clinically proven to boost immunity by its own self. So every food groups from our whole grains to our protein, vegetables, fruits, or even our healthy oils provide macronutrients and also micronutrients for our body. All those nutrients work together to keep your immune function move smoothly. So now we are going to look into what are those essential nutrients in our diet that play an important role in building our immunity. So they are our protein, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin D, and zinc. So first of all, protein. Protein is very important for our energy sources and building cells. Amino acid components in protein are the building blocks for cells, hormones, enzymes, and of course our immune cells. Thus, it is the key component for healing and also recovery process in our body. We need to eat a variety of food from protein sources such as our lean meat, poultry, eggs, dairy product, seafood, beans, soy product, nuts, and seeds. According to my healthy plate concept, we are encouraged to have a quarter of our plate with protein sources. So it can be a palm size of lean meat, fish or poultry, 2 glasses of low-fat milk, or 2 blocks of tofu, or 3 eggs. Next is the micronutrient vitamin A. Vitamin A is crucial for maintaining our vision, promoting growth and development, and protecting our epithelium lining in our body. It is well known as an antioxidant and anti-inflammation vitamin. It helps to regulate immune responses in our body. Good food sources of vitamin A include cheese, eggs, yellow, red, or green leafy vegetables such as our spinach, carrot, sweet potato, fruits like papaya, and also tomato. So, an adult is suggested to have 750 microgram of vitamin A day. So you can gain from like 1 whole sweet potato is very abundance in vitamin A. You can get from your carrot, your spinach, and also your cheese. Next will be vitamin C. Vitamin C is also known as ascorbic acid. It has several important functions in our body. It helps to protect cells and keep them healthy with its antioxidant, anti-inflammatory properties. Vitamin C also helps to maintain healthy skin, blood vessel, bones, and cartilage. It also plays an important part in wound healing. Vitamin C is found in wide variety of fruits and vegetables. The good sources of vitamin C, such as your citrus fruit, your oranges, your pepper, strawberries, blackcurrant, and broccoli. So an adult is suggested to have 150 mg of vitamin C per day for men and 85 mg of vitamin C per day for women. So a medium whole orange already serving you 70 mg of vitamin C. So you can get vitamin C also from your strawberries, your kiwi, and also your broccoli. Next will be vitamin D. Vitamin D is another important vitamin that promotes immune response. It helps in anti-inflammatory activities and activate immune system. Vitamin D is known to enhance the function of immune cells, including T cells and also macrophage. People with low levels of vitamin D will have an increased susceptibility of infection, diseases, and also immune-related disorder. So good food sources of vitamin D include eggs, trout fish, salmon, dairy milk, and also mushroom. So an adult is suggested to have 100 IU of vitamin D per day for female and also for male. So it's very easy to get this vitamin D. You can eat your salmon, have a cup of milk, your mushroom or fortified soy milk and egg are good sources of vitamin D. Or alternatively, you can expose yourself under the sun 5 to 30 minutes between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is either daily or twice a week. It is sufficient for you to synthesize your vitamin D in your body. Next will be vitamin E. Vitamin E is a potent lipid-soluble antioxidant which found at it helps to modulate immune function, and vitamin E deficiency has been demonstrated to impair normal function of immune system in animals and also human studies. The good food sources of vitamin E such as your almond, your sunflower seed, your wheat germ, and also your spinach. So an adult is suggested to have 15 mg of vitamin E per day for both men and women. So a tablespoon of wheat germ oil serves you already 20 mg of vitamin E, or you can get your vitamin E from your sunflower seed, your almond, avocado, and also spinach. So next will be the micronutrient zinc. Zinc helps in making new cells and enzyme, processing carbohydrate, fat, and protein in our food. It is very important for wound healing process as well. The good food sources for zinc such as your meat, your chicken, your oyster, and cereals. So an adult is suggested to have 11 mg of zinc a day for men, and women will get 8 mg of zinc per day. So you can see that actually oyster is a very good source of zinc, and your meat, your chicken, baked bean, and also your breakfast cereal. Phytochemicals are components or compounds that produced by plants. They are found in fruits, vegetables, grains, beans, and other plants. Some of these phytochemicals are believed to protect our cells from damage and having antioxidant properties. For example, those are flavonoids from your fruits and vegetables, carotenoids from your carrot, your yam and apricot, anthocyanin from your grapes and berries, and even sulfite in garlic and onions are believed is good for your immunity. Although all of these phytochemicals are found good for our body, variety of food is always better than one particular food. There will be never just one vital food ingredient that you need to include in your diet. Eat the rainbow of fruits and vegetables, we say. So include all kinds of vegetables and fruit in your diet as they're carrying different types of good things for our body. Variety is the key for proper nutrition. Eating just one of these food won't be enough to help fight off the flu and infection, even if you eat it constantly. You can follow the serving size and also recommended daily intake so that you don't get too much or too little of these helpful vitamins and minerals. We also heard about our gut health affect our immunity as well. The microbiome is an internal metropolis of trillions microorganisms that live in our bodies, mostly in our intestines. The gut is a major site of immune activity, where there is a lot of production of antimicrobial proteins. Fiber from fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes support the growth and maintenance of beneficial microbes in our guts. This fiber is known as prebiotic because they feed the microbes. So the microbes will be probiotic. Certain helpful microbes will break down this fiber into short-chain fatty acid. It stimulates immune function in our body. So diet containing prebiotic will be beneficial for our immune system. Prebiotic are from our vegetables, fruits, and also whole grains, while probiotic can be from your dairy cheese, yogurt, kombucha, kimchi, miso, and also tempeh. Now, eating a good quality diet, as described by My Healthy Plate, can prevent deficiency in these nutritions. However, there are certain population or situation in which one cannot get enough or variety of nutrition foods, or who have increased needs for those nutrient. In these cases, a vitamin or minerals supplement may be helpful to fill up these nutritional gaps. Studies have shown that vitamin supplement can improve immunity responses in this group with deficiency. Pregnant women, lactating women, infants, and toddlers, or those are critically ill, are those at a group that at risk. So when we are talking about patients with low immunity, we will talk about cancer patients with low immunity. Cancer patients who have received the treatment such as chemotherapy or using immunosuppressant or bone marrow transplant may have a weakened immunity. Eating a healthy diet helps to replenish nutrients into our body. A healthy diet, which includes whole grains, protein, fruits, and vegetables, is essential for building a good immunity. Protein plays an important role in recovery and healing process for cancer patients. Amino acid from protein food are the component for cell building, which includes our immune cell and antibodies. Good protein sources are like our fish, tofu, egg, lean meat, soy, legumes, and also pasteurized low-fat milk or yogurt. Patients who are on treatment and with low immunity can practice neutropenic diet. So neutropenic diet is a diet practice which helps people with low immunity to reduce the risk of getting foodborne illnesses. It involves proper food safety and avoid food which may pose you to harmful microorganism. So first of all, practice good hygiene for food preparation. Wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water. Number 2, all food must be well cooked. Avoid raw, uncooked, or unpasteurized food. For example, your raw fish, raw meat, raw or uncooked egg, and unpasteurized milk and dairy product. Avoid food product that has passed its expiry date. Number 4, wash fruits and vegetables properly. Rinse your fruits and vegetables. Soak it in the water for 50 minutes and rinse it again. Number 5, avoid eating pre-cut fruits or vegetables such as pre-cut watermelon sizes or fruits or pre-cut cabbage in the market. Number 6, use separate cutting board for meat to avoid cross-contamination. And then it is also very important to keep all utensils clean. Number 8, keep hot food hot, which is warmer than 60 degrees Celsius, and cold food cold, which is colder than 5 degrees Celsius. Next will be refrigerate or freeze fresh or frozen food as soon as possible after purchase. Number 10, do not consume leftovers older than 48 hours. Only reheat food once. 11, avoid salad bars, delis, buffet, and potluck. They may expose your food for hours over the room temperature. Last but not least, I would like to touch a little bit about myth about COVID-19 and nutrition. So we'll go through some questions that everybody might get confused and also unsure about the correct factual answer on it. So first, can COVID-19 transmit through fresh food like fruits and vegetables? So WHO has answered it with no evidence that showing people can catch COVID-19 from food like your fruits and vegetables. In fact, fresh fruit and vegetables are part of a healthy diet, so we have to consume it every day. Can coronaviruses live on the surface of food packaging? So WHO say that coronaviruses need a live animal or human host to multiply and survive. It cannot multiply on the surface of food package. Wash your hand properly after handling food packaging and also before eating is very important to prevent transmission. Can supplement prevent or cure COVID-19? This is a very popular question. So WHO has answered this question saying that no, there's currently no guidelines on supplementation for prevention and treatment of COVID-19. In fact, well-balanced diet and diverse diet, including your fruits, vegetables, your whole grains, is sufficient to support and also help in your immune support. Can eating ginger or garlic help prevent COVID-19? The answer will be no. There's no evidence showing that eating ginger or garlic prevent you from getting COVID-19. However, you should include ginger or garlic in your meal where it may have some antimicrobial or anti-inflammatory function. Is it true that by taking 1000 mg of vitamin C a day can help us to combat COVID-19? WHO has answered that no, there's currently no guidelines on supplementation for prevention and treatment on COVID-19. Same thing, we are encouraged to have a well-balanced diet. Is it true that vitamin D can improve your immunity against COVID-19? Well, as I mentioned earlier, people with low levels of vitamin D or deficiency will have an increased susceptibility to infection and diseases. So the first step might be to determine if you have deficiency in vitamin D content and whether your overall health would benefit from these supplements. What food should be consumed to support the immune system? Actually, there's no single food that can prevent us from COVID-19. So well-balanced, diverse diet, including our whole grains, legumes, protein, fruits and vegetables are good enough to support our immunity. So let me make a summary on what we have go through this evening. So in summary, there's no one particular food that can boost your immunity by itself. The key nutrients that are essential to support your immunity are protein, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, zinc, phytochemicals from fruits and vegetables, and probiotics. Eat a varied, balanced diet to improve your immunity. Includes whole grains, protein, fruits and vegetables, legumes, and lentils in your diet. Neutropenic diet can help to prevent unwanted foodborne diseases for cancer patients with low immunity. Eat a healthy, balanced diet, get vaccination, practice a good personal hygiene, wearing a face mask, and avoid crowded gathering are essential to prevent COVID-19 transmission. So I have come to the end of my sharing. I'll pass the time back to Beth.
All right. Hey, hi, Hui Shan. Wow, thank you for your wonderful sharing. It is such a colorful presentation by Hui Shan tonight. I hope you guys have picked up some tips and tricks from her. All right. So now we will move on to the Q&A section for tonight. So if you guys have any question regarding tonight's topic, regarding immunity, regarding nutrition, please type them in our Facebook comment section and we'll try to address them to our best capability. Okay, let me see if we have some questions. All right, we do have one from Fion. All right, so what kind of cheese do you recommend to eat for breast cancer?
Okay, thank you for the question. So actually for breast cancer patient, there's no specific cheese that you should avoid or you should eat. For those cancer patients that are under treatment, you should be aware of the cheese or dairy product. It must be pasteurized and also clean enough for your body if you are having a low immunity. So you can have all kind of cheese if you want.
Okay, we hope we answered your question, Fion. So thanks, Hui Shan. All right, next question from Julia. So you did mention that sunlight from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is good for vitamin D and E. However, after 10 a.m., it is shown that the sunlight has some ozone layers which can cause skin cancer. Maybe you would like to address that?
Okay, for exposure to sunlight, so 5 to 30 minutes is sufficient for your body to synthesize vitamin D. Actually, we need the ultraviolet light a little bit from the sunlight where heat on our skin to produce vitamin D. Of course, if you expose yourself too long and under the hot sun for some period of time, it increases the risk for other illnesses as well.
All right. Thanks, Julia, for your question, and thanks for answering, Huishan. Okay, so next question from Jill. Hey, hi, Jill. Okay, so what is the benefits of kimchi?
So as mentioned earlier, kimchi actually is the fermented food from is some kind of traditional food from Korea, right? So the benefit from kimchi over here, we can gain those probiotics that live in the kimchi. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, next question from Chantal. All right, so hi, I am a vegetarian. What should be my source of protein if I have breast cancer? ER positive, PR positive, HER minus, negative? So thanks.
Okay, so actually for all kind of cancer, if you are worried about like hormone related cancer, right? Actually, if you are vegetarian, it's okay to take soy or beans for your protein as well. Actually, research show that soy does not promote cancer event, but it improve for us to prevent cancer instead. So you can take your soy product, your beans and legumes safely for your protein sources.
All right, so thanks for the question and for answering. Okay, let's see. We do have a couple of questions over here. So, Huishan, I have one over here. So, what are some food and fruits which I need to avoid if I have low immunity?
Okay, actually, you have to eat fruits and also vegetables in our diet. But for those with a low immunity, as mentioned earlier, you can practice those neutropenic diet. Avoid those food salad bars, buffets, and also uncooked food such as your raw meat, raw eggs, and also those unpasteurized milk, yogurt, or honey where we don't want any foodborne diseases might happen in this situation where we have low immunity. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Huishan. All right, we do have another question from Jenny. Okay, so can you recommend some supplement of prebiotics that we can consume?
Actually, you don't need a supplement for prebiotic. You can get sufficient from your fruits and vegetables and even whole grains.
Okay, that's also for us to save some money as well. Okay,
Yeah.
so next question from Ng Siu Kwan. Okay, so would you recommend purely plant-based diet for cancer patients? Avoid egg, meat, and dairy?
Oh, okay. Actually, for vegetarian diet, right, there's no research showing that if you are practice vegan or you go vegetarian will help your condition. But fruits and vegetables, whole grains, does give a lot of good minerals, vitamins, and also phytochemicals for our body. It is not necessary to avoid your meat. You can take your red meat, but please limit it in like 3 servings a week so it cut down our risk on other cancer risk as well. Yeah, you can have your lean meat, your chicken, your poultry, or your tofu as your protein intake.
All right, thank you. So moving on to the next question from Renee. All right, so after having total hysterectomy, what is the best food to eat for healthy ovaries?
Oh, actually, there's no specific diet or food that good for ovary health, but you can get sufficient vitamins and also minerals through your healthy balanced diet, as described earlier. And you can practice also a good portion via using our healthy plates and follow those recommended dosage as well.
Okay, so thank you. So next question from Corina. This is a good question, I assume. So is half-boiled egg considered uncooked?
Half boiled, right? It's not total boiled yet. So it's better you cook it thoroughly or hard boil until the egg yolk and egg white is cooked. So you can prevent it can prevent yourself from those unwanted bacteria.
All right, thank you. So next question coming in from Irene. Do you think vitamin C helps for cancer patients and can prevent COVID-19?
Well, vitamin C is a very good antioxidant, which is good for our body. But there's no research show that only taking vitamin C or vitamin C supplement can help us to prevent COVID-19 or prevent you from cancer cells. Getting cancer. So you are encouraged to get a variety of fruits and vegetables, which is rich in vitamins and minerals, including your vitamin C. Yeah.
Okay. So we do have a follow-up question from Chantal. So she did thank you for answering a question earlier. So, but she has a follow-up saying that is it true that taking too much flaxseed is not good? And is it true that those with poor gut health can't take bread? And maybe we'll just split that into two questions.
Okay, maybe I answer the first part first. So
Yep.
flaxseed actually is very good sources of our healthy fats, which is good in good sources for polyunsaturated fat, omega-3 as well. So you can get plant-based omega-3 from flaxseed. And is it true that those people with poor gut health can't take bread? Oh, actually, bread, right, do nothing with our normal guts unless you have sensitivity with gluten or wheat problem. So you might consult your doctor with this diagnosis. Then you should avoid those with gluten problem. If not, actually, it's generally safe for everyone. Yeah, to take bread. So
Okay.
the next part will be
Yep.
yeah.
So the next part will be the next three parts actually. So will prebiotic weaken our natural responses?
You mean, I mean, immunity, right? Actually, prebiotics from your fruits and vegetables and also your whole grains, it does no harm to our body as well. It feeds our probiotic in our guts and improve our immune system as instead.
All right. So this next one is a very popular one. Okay. So is it true
Yeah.
if cancer patients should avoid sugar totally?
Actually, sugar has no direct association with cancer event. But if you consume a lot of sugar, it will lead to extra calorie intake. So if you have extra calorie intake, it might lead to overweight or obesity problem. So being obese or overweight, you have higher risk to get 13 types of cancer. So you have to control your consumption of sugar. Please limit to 8 to 10 teaspoons a day as suggested by our Ministry of Health, or even you can reduce to 5 teaspoons a day. It's better.
Yep. Thank you. So being the Singaporean that we are, so can we still take cakes and durians?
Oh yeah, this one, of course you can take it, but you have to count the calories and also the sugar from your cakes. Yeah.
All right.
For durian, of course, it's counted as your fruits as well. You have to control it in a right amount.
Thank you, Hui Shan. Okay, so the next question coming from Susanna. All right. So is cheese suitable for patients with gastric reflux?
Actually, cheese has no problem with gastric reflux, but in the sense that if you are eating too much, it consider a bit oily to you. You should avoid that cheese in your diet for a while. Yeah.
Okay. So next question from Doreen. All right. So if I have completed my treatment 6 months ago and I'm in remission right now, can I eat salad and uncooked food like sashimi?
Okay, this one depends on your condition. Maybe you can follow up with your doctor where if after your blood test or anything that show your immunity will be normal stage, actually you are okay to have those salad, but make sure it is clean and safe to consume.
Yep. Okay. So next question from Mei Hui. Okay. So how about organic vegetable and fruits? Does that boost our immunity level?
So talking about organic, right? So maybe we are considering about the pesticides over the fruits and vegetables, right? Actually, research show that there's little strong evidence showing eating organic helps to prevent cancer. Actually, so an organic apple actually is having the same nutrition value as non-organic item do. So you just have your normal food will do. It doesn't really do too much on our immunity as well. The nutrition content will be the same. And
Okay.
pesticide actually is well controlled over our side in Singapore, so no problem for those you can get from the market.
All right. Thank you, Hui Shan. So, does drinking different types of tea also prevent cancer? And can cancer patient actually drink tea and coffee?
Okay, so tea actually contain a type of antioxidant which is good for our health, and also caffeine which is helping us to prevent cancer as well. So there's no specific tea or herbal tea that help us to prevent cancer. You can have it in moderately. And for cancer patient, yes, you can have it, but you have to control the intake and also those sugar or creamer that you add into your teas or coffee.
Okay, so from Fion again. All right, so is sourdough bread good for cancer patient?
Actually, sourdough bread no harm for cancer patient. Just that you have to be aware of the hygiene, the hygiene part as well if you are making by your own self.
Okay, so from Jesse. Okay, so if I take too much vitamins and other supplements like vitamin C 1000 mg, will it cause kidney stones?
Well, this item, vitamin C supplement, right? Actually, from research findings, 1000 mg of vitamin C actually doesn't promote any kidney stone event unless you have underlying illnesses that cause incorporate with this situation that leads to kidney stone. By itself, vitamin C with 1000 mg will not lead to a big deal in your body.
Okay, thank you, Huishan. So next question from Francis. So does it mean that we should avoid taking sunny side up eggs as well, even for people who are healthy?
No, actually, you can have your eggs, no problem. Just that for those cancer patient with low immunity, yeah, it is advised to have a completely cooked egg for your daily intake. Yeah.
All right. So next question. What is a good source of protein, manganese and zinc for vegetarian?
You can get your protein, your manganese, those are micronutrients are very plenty in your nuts and also your legumes. For example, your almonds, your walnut, and also your lentils as well. Yeah.
Okay. So next question. I thought that raw vegetables have more nutrients and benefits than cooked vegetable? Question mark.
There might be some vitamins or minerals destroyed by heating or cooking methods, but yeah, you can have it raw if you're having salad. But for those who are low immunity patient, they need to be aware of those foodborne illnesses. They might happen if you're having raw. Yeah.
Okay, so this is another follow-up question on the vitamin C. So this one is, in the case that if I'm already eating enough fruit and vegetables, how much vitamin C can I take? Is 1000 grams too much?
So as I shared earlier, so the recommended dosage for vitamin C for men will be 105 milligram per day, and for women is 85 milligram a day. So if you are taking like 1000 mg a day, so those excessive vitamin C will come out with your urine. Yeah, you'll be excreted out through your urine.
Okay, so how much sugar is present in a normal slice of cake? And can we take a slice daily?
This one you have to depends on what kind of cake you are taking. So actually, you are encouraged to control your sugar intake for your from your cakes and bakery as well. Yeah, do a slice a day as long as it's in your calorie intake range is fine for your desserts. Or you can just replace it with fruits and vegetables will be the best choices.
All right, thank you. So next question from Jane. All right, so is keto diet good for cancer patient?
But for now, there's no research show that keto diet is good or essential for cancer patient. In fact, actually, keto diet take out a part of nutrients or your food groups from your diet, which is might be not that good or healthy for cancer patient where they are having higher needs for nutrients. So it's best not to practice. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Hui Shan. All right, so next question from Crystal. Okay, so what is the cancer, I assume, marker range that needs to pay attention?
Well, this one is do something with your blood test, right? So maybe you can refer to your physician. They can explain this better in terms of how we can look into the cancer marker, what's the healthy range, or you have to receive treatment on that. Yeah.
Yep, okay. So how do we thoroughly remove pesticide from fruits and vegetables? And does the fruit and vegetable wash on sale in supermarket, are those any good?
Okay, for pesticide problem, actually for Singapore, we are well controlled on this pesticide on fruits and vegetables. So all of those guidelines and also level tested before they are able to sell on market. So on our side, what we can do, once we bought from the market, we can rinse it in water, wash it thoroughly, and soak it in water for 15 minutes. After that, rinse again your vegetables and roots. It is good enough to wash away those unwanted substance. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So will eating too much fruits cause our sugar level to spike?
Okay, fruits actually contain natural sugar as we know, right? So if you are worrying about the sugar content that you are eating, of course, a large amount or if you are taking in a one time, if of course it will cause a spike in your sugar level. But in this case, please control your portion, and we are suggesting like 2 serving a day will be good enough for you. Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is quite interesting. All right, so does cooking vegetable in an air fryer or oven destroy the nutrients inside?
Okay, air fryer and also oven is a better choice of in terms of like cooking with high content of oil, like your deep fry and also with your lard or other methods. But of course, high heat might also destroy some nutrients. But compared to those oily methods, it is a better choice. Yeah.
Okay, so how about chili or turmeric? Does it boost our immunity for cancer and non-cancer patients?
So actually, those chili or turmeric, right, they possess also good anti-inflammatory substances in the food. You can include your turmeric or chili in your diet, but there's no research showing that if you eat a lot of chili or turmeric can prevent you from cancer. So you are encouraged to eat a variety, all kind of vegetables and food.
Okay, we have one from Jean. All right, so can we eat mushrooms while we are on cancer treatment?
Yeah, mushroom, you have to cook it. It is a good source of vitamin D. You just have to cook it.
Okay, so next question. So what good vitamins do you recommend for cancer patient besides vitamin C?
Okay, all kind of vitamins and minerals are important for cancer patient. So eat a variety, abundance of food you can. Or according to our healthy plates, right, you have to include your whole grains, your fruits and vegetables, and also protein sources. So for cancer patient, it's also very important to get your sufficient protein portion. Yeah.
Okay, so back to pesticide. So does soaking in salt help to remove them?
Actually, no research show that soaking this salt help to reduce the pesticides. But just soak it in water will do.
Okay, so high temperature pan frying of protein food like chicken and fish can cause carcinogenic substances. So what is considered high temperature?
So high temperature will be above 150 degrees Celsius, or you can just observe your meat should not be char grilled. Have to grill properly. Remove those charred part. Will be more safer for our body. Yeah.
All right. So will stress leads to hormone sensitive breast cancer? And will this is I'll separate it into two parts.
Okay, so yeah, stress does lead to a lot of problem in ourselves. As if you are stressed, then your stress hormone, like your cortisol, will be higher in your body, and it affects a lot of the other metabolism in our body as well. So the next part will be the curcumin, right? Curcumin extract, grapeseed extract. So curcumin and grapeseed has a very strong antioxidant components in the fruits and or the foods itself, but there's no research show that it can help to regulate your hormone or prevent you from breast cancer. But you can include all of these in your diet. Yeah.
Okay, so does washing vegetables and fruits with sodium bicarbonate help to remove pesticide?
Yeah, it doesn't really have a very strong convincing evidence that showing we should do this way. So water is good enough for you to remove those unwanted substance.
All right. So will a non-stick pan cause cancer?
Non-stick pan, every kind of pan, right? As long as you don't cook it until it burns or charred, it will be safe for you.
Okay, so we were speaking about high heat earlier on. So a low fire can easily be 150 degrees. So it is actually quite hard to pan fry protein food. Is it?
Okay. So in this case, you can consider those other cooking methods. For example, your boiling or your blanching method, where you use healthier cooking choices.
All right. So next question from Nancy. So rice bran oil versus macadamia oil, which one is high in omega-6?
Omega 6. Omega 6 actually is abundance in your nuts and also lentils. So compared to rice bran, is more in the nuts oil.
Okay. So I think Chantal needs a clarification on a previous question. So is it okay if she takes a NAC regulator if she has the hormone sensitive breast cancer?
NAC, I think, is a kind of supplement, right? I think this problem have to discuss with your oncologist as well. So actually, there's not much research showing that these supplements are showing better effects on improving your condition. But you can discuss with your physician or your oncologist in further explanation.
All right. So this one is from Jane again. So how do we keep a alkaline body? So I heard that the acidic body will cause cancer to grow.
Okay, about alkaline diet. So actually what happened in our body, your pH of your body, whether alkaline or acidic, is controlled by our kidney. Any extra of acid or alkaline, right, is excreted throughout your urine. So it doesn't really have a very big difference, or you can change your pH of your body much. So no scientific research showing that if you are eating a lot of so-called alkaline diet will help you in preventing cancer.
Okay. So I understand that fruit juices actually has a high level of sugar content. So is consuming a cup of fruit juice without added sugar sold at those supermarket daily, is it okay?
Yeah, a cup of fruit juice with your pulp or fiber is good, and it count as 1 servings of fruits a day. Yeah.
All right. So will taking hydrogen water helps cancer patient?
There's no research showing that hydrogen water will help for cancer patient or improve our health status actually. Yeah.
Okay. So what are some food that ER plus, PR plus breast cancer patient must avoid? And I was told to avoid ginseng and lingzhi. Is it true?
Okay, for this hormone related breast cancer, right? Actually, there's no research showing that food, what kind of food that you have to avoid. But if you are saying that you're having treatment on breast cancer, it's better discuss with the doctor about ginseng and also lingzhi usage while we're having treatments. Yeah.
Okay, so next question. So what fruits and vegetables will boost our cellular health?
Oh, okay. So just now, according to what I have presented the whole evening, right, you have to include all kind of vegetables and fruits where they carry different phytochemicals, minerals, and vitamins that is good for our immunity and also our metabolism. Yeah.
Okay. And I missed out a question earlier on with Jingwen. So she was asking whether the video will stay. This is unrelated. The video will stay. All right. So you can watch it again. Okay. So back to the question. So from Jean again. So may I know whether is it all right to take soya bean milk? I have people telling me to avoid them.
Yeah. You soybean milk actually is a good source of protein. Actually, there are myths that telling that soybean is related to breast cancer, but it has been like already proven that it is not true. And soybean actually promotes cancer preventing event. Yeah, you can have your soybean milk safely.
All right. So between pink Himalayan salt and light and black sauce for food, which is healthier?
Okay. So Himalayan salt actually having the same sodium content as your normal table salt as well. So it doesn't really have a much different if you're comparing the sodium effect on our blood pressure. So light sauce and black sauce, you have to look into the sodium content as well. They are containing sodium, which is also we have to control the portion in our daily diet.
All right. So can you please advise what diet should cancer patient take when the patient have gastric pain?
Okay, so overall, like in general, cancer patient have to get a higher protein intake, higher protein diet, and also well balanced from your whole grains, your vegetables, and also your fruits. However, if you have gastric pain, right, you have to be aware of your portion of every meal. Encourage your small frequent meal, and you don't like load or burden your stomach at once, and also avoid those spicy or those acidic food that will trigger your gastric pain. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a question from Jingwen. So she's saying that the neck, waist, and hip has some dark and then patches or marks due to the pants being too tight. Does it cause any issues in the blood circulation in her legs?
Oh, okay. This one you I'm not a physician or doctor. Actually, you can check with your doctor that which will provide more professional advice on this one. Yeah.
All right. So 1 cup of vegetable mixed with fruit juice required a substantial amount to juice it. Will it be an overdosage situation?
Sorry. Can I didn't get the question. Sorry, Bev.
From
Can you
Jean,
repeat
all right?
again? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so 1 cup of vegetable mixed with fruit juice, it requires a substantial amount to juice it. So will it be an overdosage because of too much fruit juice?
Oh, okay. So in this case, why not you just take the whole fruits by itself? If you are like worrying if you're getting too much in a cup or a glass of fruit juice on vegetables. Yeah.
All right. So as we are nearing the time for the today's session, I'll just take 1 or 2 more questions and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. So does taking alma powder helps to reduce recurrence of hormonal breast cancer?
Okay, amla powder actually there's no evidence showing that this certain item that help for reducing the hormonal breast cancer event. So actually it yeah, it doesn't help much.
Okay. All right. So I'm sure you guys have many other questions you would like to check with Hui Shan. So unfortunately today our Q&A will be ending here. So if you do have more questions, do let us know via Facebook. You can leave the comments here. We'll try to answer them offline and then we'll let you know. All right. So thank you Hui Shan so much for wonderful sharing tonight and for answering all the questions. Thank you. All right. So I hope you guys have benefit from the Q&A session and the sharing session, of course. So before we close tonight's session, I'll just like to announce about next month's Facebook Live. Okay. So as you can see on the screen right now, it's actually held in Mandarin. So it's 建设灵活心态来应付疫情. So it's how to build an adaptive, resilient mind to better manage the pandemic that we are in right now. So the speaker is Hong Do, our in-house 365 CPS counselor. And of course, the date is on the 21st of August. And it will be same time, same place at 8 p.m. on our Facebook platform. Okay, so let me inform you a little on our social media pages as well. So on our Facebook, Instagram, Telegram. So please go over there, like us, share with your friends and family. All right. So this is a little QR code that I'm going to put up on the screen right now. So we would really appreciate if you can take some time, scan with your phone, give us some feedback so we can know how we can better improve our service to you. All right. So with that, I'll be ending tonight's session. Thank you so much for attending. Good night. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.